Hello and welcome to the application video for week 3. I have chosen to work with the song I Surrender All, and we're going to do this in the key of C. Now, by no means is this going to be a performance. We're just going to talk through it. And so the first chord is a C chord. So let me see, what's a good way to voice that chord? So you could play a C2 chord and put the melody on top. Nice voicing. Let me turn my keyboard up just a little bit. So that's one way to do it. All to all. You could go here. You can kind of grace off the D to the E, and then get your major seventh here. It's a little bit lighter on the one, but it's just another way to do it. Remember from our lesson video, we're thinking G over C. Because this is a major chord, we're thinking a fifth up, that chord there, but that's not the melody, so we can take that off and go, oops. So there's another voicing. See how I graced off the D? If you're really advanced, you can go to the E flat. You're going to go D, E flat, D. But you have to do that kind of fast. Alright, so the next chord is an F chord over C, over that same C. Now, it's an F major, so we're going to be thinking C. Same thing off this E to F. And we're going to come back to the E. Now here's a voicing that we should be familiar with by now. Okay, so that's a G9. I think that was last week, but that's a good chord. And we picked that because it fits the melody. The next chord is an E7. It's a 5-chord hit in the A minor. Let's see if a sharp 9, sharp 5 works. The melody is clashing there. We want this. Here's the melody here. So if we inverted that chord, that's our money chord for E7, sharp 9, sharp 5, sharp 5, sharp 9. We inverted that, we'd get this. It doesn't work either. So we have encountered a place where our money chords don't work. It's going to happen. So, what if we played, we don't have to play a sharp 9, what if we played a flat 9? That's in flat 9 of E, 3rd, 5th. How about that? Will that work? I think so. Let's try it. It's going to A minor. Okay, so let's go back up to the top. that works. See how sometimes we do have to make adjustments, especially if we're playing the melody. So now I'm on an A minor 7. Here's our money chord. Here's an A minor 9. But see how we want that melody, so that tells us to play an A minor 7. So that now we're on an F chord. We can so now we're thinking A minor. Could have stayed on A, or went to G, either way, or both. I'm playing, but I'm thinking A minor over F. I'm trying to apply what we talked about in the lecture part. Now we got a 5 over 5. We got a D. We got some kind of D. Okay, so how could we do that? We can play it. We can go to the 7th. Play it this way. And then we have our favorite G chord. Here, we certainly can play a C2 chord here. That 4 over 5 sound has been, that 4 over 5, F over G in the key of C, 4 over 5 sound has been around for 30 years. As it should be, it is a staple sound. That's another voicing you should just know. F major 7 over G bass. You should just be able to execute that in any key. And then it's going to go again. Da, 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 da. Let's do the I Surrender All part. So here's another place for, because the melody is on C, the key is C, that's another place for a C2 chord. Just walk it down. I'm playing a D minor 7. Your sheet might say something different. That D minor 7 sets up the... Now here's our G chord that we know and love now. But see how the melody, we need this melody, so all you gotta do is take that D down here and play this. Here's our know and love, but we can invert, we can play. So G wants to go to C. You'll hear different. This is the way C. So now I'm on a G minor. I could have played an F here. That would have hipped up the sound. Remember, we said minor chords go down a whole step. You're going to get a different sound than this. Although that's a good sound too, but this is an F major triad over G minor. So that's a 2-5-1 into the F. Blessed say. this C over D. Remember, same rule. I'm on a minor chord, go down the whole step, play a major triad. You're gonna get that 11th sound. Here's our. You can play that, or you can play the 4 over 5 sound. Okay. Now, everybody has sung their heart out. You played that 3 or 4 times. 3 people came to the altar. Everybody's just having a good old time. And now, it's just time for quiet, time for talking. So, this time we're going to go through and try to find some rootless voicings. So, we're just going to, maybe we'll switch our piano to a Rhodes kind of sound. So, the chord says C, but I'm playing an E minor. I could have played it here. The chord says F, but I'm playing A minor. So remember this? We played that in our right hand several times. There's now the chord says G. Now, since I'm playing the melody single notes in my right hand, so I'm on G. Now I'm free to use my money voicing in my left hand because I'm not going to get that clash we talked about earlier. A minor, rootless. F. D minor, rootless. G7, rootless. Now if I want to splash that, think about a C chord, 5th up, and G. So you want to be delicate with this. So we just went through at least the first part of that song, finding some rootless voicings. And a lot of times you rehearse that with your bass player. Your bass player knows, okay, just be quiet right now. I have this. Because the bass player is going to add that boom, 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 and it's going to disrupt somebody's prayer or somebody's thoughtfulness, or maybe somebody's reading the announcements. Now, before I go with this application, you can pick a progression that you hear in the song, like 1 to 4 is the first 2 chords, and you could just vamp that. So there is a rootless 1 chord, and here's a rootless 4 chord. So over the 1 chord, I'm thinking G. Over the 4 chord, I'm thinking C. that's a bit of application of what we talked about in our week 3 lecture, and we got to apply it to a song. I will talk to you next week. Work hard and be blessed.